Hey, I would do it back to Trevor Cookie story. I haven't read in a while, and it's been stressing me out, literally. And so, the past 2 days I have read one chapter just to make me feel better. And today I read two more, but then I went back to them because I've been stuck on this chapter the longest because I used to just read through the Bible just to read it. But one time I had a talk with somebody and was just like, well, if you are confused about something, then you shouldn't just go past it, which causes me to just be stuck. If I was just reading through the Bible, I would have been done with this Bible, like reading through it, because the goal was to finish the entire book and have an understanding. But there are parts where I don't have an understanding, so now I just stay stuck on it until it makes sense, which takes a very long time. And sometimes I don't read it at all, which also makes it worse. So I'm reading Ecclesiastes chapter 8. Well, I went back to chapter 8, and I got to line 12 through 17, I guess. So it says, though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear God, which fear before him. I highlighted that as like pink, which is something that when I personally like feel happy or love about reading that scripture, if it internally in that moment just makes me feel comfort or happiness in that exact moment, I kind of just like highlighted pink. The reason that I highlighted pink because the lines before, I guess I'll just read it. So in the whole chapter 8, it says, enjoy life. It says, enter like boat. Who is as the wise man, and who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? A man's wisdom maketh his face to shine, and the boldness of his face shall be changed. Reading that now, I actually do need to highlight that. I'm going to set you down. To me, that take it personal because, which is why I highlight in purple. If you didn't know, my favorite color is in purple. So anything I take personal, I highlight in purple. Two different purples. This purple and this purple. This purple gives things that I need to work on myself to apply to myself, and this one feels like it applies to me in general. Who is as the wise man, and who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? A man's wisdom maketh his face to shine, and boldness of his face shall be changed. For me, I'm going through a situation where I haven't been the most good decision maker in things in my life, even if I know better. But I feel like I'm at a point where it'll get better for me, and certain things I won't do anymore after a certain amount of time. Like, I just won't do it anymore. I'll have better decision making skills and actions, because with me, I don't act well in certain situations. I could have made better decisions. We all could have, but in me, in this particular case, I don't. Let's take this thing. Ooh, chat. I don't make decisions that I need to make that I know I should be making, because in the moment I just get triggered and make the wrong decision. I don't know how to explain this, but I highlighted purple because it just gave me the idea that I am a wise person, or will be a wiser person, and when things start to get better for me, it'll just kind of like show through who I am, because that's kind of what a Christian is. It's like when you start moving in the way that you're supposed to be moving, your lifestyle reflects who you are. Is kind of what I took that as, and that at some point it'll happen for me, and I feel like it'll happen for me a little bit sooner than I expect, hopefully. So that's just kind of the expectation that I have right now. That says, I counsel thee to keep the king's commandment, and that in regard of the oath of God. Be not hasty to go out of his sight. Stand not in an evil thing, for he doeth whatsoever pleaseth him. I put that in orange. Orange is the highlighter that I use when it's like commandment things, just things, basic things you should be doing. Basically, keep your commandments. Sometimes when they say king, they mean actual king. Sometimes when they say king, they mean God. I just took it as God when reading it. I'm pretty sure it means king. So, basically the thing that I take from that, in general, don't be quick to do things that you know is wrong. Try to keep your actions and morals and values aligned with the Bible. Stand not in the evil thing, for he doeth whatsoever pleases him. People like that, they just kind of do whatever they want. That's no structure. That's not okay. You don't want to do that. Where the word of the king, there is power. Where the word of a king is, there is power. And who may say unto him, what does that? Whoso keepeth the commandment shall feel no evil thing, and a wise man's heart discerneth both time and judgment. That's why I figured it was the God's king. When you do things that align with God, you're not going to feel evil. So for me, it was giving protection. God does protect his people, and that always makes me happy to know. I don't know, I get a warm, fuzzy feeling. And then when you're in the line with God, he gives you discernment. I feel like I've always had discernment and never knew the difference of what it was and what it isn't. And if I'm being completely honest, I still don't feel like I understand it completely. Like I don't think I'm deciphering if it's discernment of my own biases. Which is why I think I struggle with decisions that I've been making recently. That's not the best decisions, because I don't know if it's just me, insecurities, mindset, pettiness, or if I'm right to think these things and go about my way of these things. And so I have these second and third and fourth and fifth guesses about everything, and it causes me to backtrack. Because to every purpose there is time and judgment, therefore the misery of man is great upon him. For he knoweth not what shall be, for you can tell him when it shall be, because you don't know when your last day is over. So it's better to try to just keep doing the right thing. So at least when your time ends up, you can say you've done good things. There is no man that hath power over the spirit to retain the spirit, neither hath he power in the day of death, and there is no discharge in that war, neither shall, once you die, that's it, there is no coming back. Neither shall wickedness deliver those that are given to it. The things that you're doing evil, it's not going to save you from when your time comes. All this have I seen and applied to my heart, and to every work that is done under the sun. There is a time wherein one man ruleth over another to his own hurt. I put that in purple as something I need to work on, as far as the first part of that, saying, apply that to your heart. So everything that you do should be taken in consideration that you don't know when your last day here is, and that you want to make sure everything you do is aligning with your morals and values in connection to God. I think a lot of my morals and values have always been subconsciously aligning to God, which is ironically funny because as a teenager, I was definitely one. Oh boy. The things that came out of my mouth pertaining to God. It's not something that I would want to say now. Like, my attitude was just teenager, if you know what that means. If you're a Gen Z millennial person. My attitude, a teenager or a 13-year-old, was like that towards everything. It really is a phase, though. Like, I kid you guys not. If you're an adult watching this with children, wondering why your 12, 13, 14-year-old is acting a fool, it's literally a phase. It will pass. I promise you. It's a phase. Like, I even watched myself go through the phase and realize, oh my gosh, that was a phase. Like, it's a phase. It'll pass. So apply it to your own heart. You want your actions to match up with, not your words. I'm still gonna take jabs at dudes every time. It should match up with your values. Your behavior should match up with what you believe in. Or at least you should be trying to make it do that. Always making an active effort to do so. Which I need to get better at doing. And so I saw the wicked buried, who had come and gone from place of holy, and they were forgotten in the city. Come and gone from the place of the holy, and they were forgotten in the city, where they had so done. This is also vanity. I put that in yellow. Yellow is just like general basic things that catch my attention that I feel like is important to note or pay attention to. Things that are important, just like you would highlight any text in a yellow highlighter. So when I seen that, it seems like the person speaking saw people, like previously you're talking about you don't know when your last day is, you don't know when you're going to come or go, and that people choose to do evil, and then you want to not to do evil and whatnot. And then he's basically saying he's seen people who have done evil, you know, they come and go back and forth in church. So you ever met those people that just like pick and choose when they come to church, or when they decide they want to follow God and when they don't want to follow God, and they keep going back and forth, sin and evil stuff, sin and evil stuff. Now sometimes it's just like, I could say people backslide, you know, but I think it could possibly, what this man is talking about, comes to like heart of it, like your heart posture is like you're trying to have a connection with God and you keep falling, versus someone that just kind of doesn't care. For me, my delulu, I guess still innocent, naive mind feels like, are there really people out here that just genuinely don't care at all? Like, is that really a thing? I feel like there's a possibility where everyone has a heart. Possibly because I've never seen anyone that I felt like didn't have one. But I don't think I would want to meet one who didn't, because that would suck. Luckily, I would like to keep that innocent mind. I don't want to meet someone because I think that would just kind of make me sad to think of that. But I think it's a difference when you're trying and you just keep failing, versus you just don't actually care and you just go back and forth just for maybe an unknown reason or something like that. I don't know. How to explain how I'm trying. I don't know how to explain things that are in my head better than what they're coming out of my mouth. I don't think. But you can't just keep going back and forth. Like, it feels like you're picking, like you're trying to do both. You're back and forth. You don't know which thing you want to do. Like, pick which side you want to be on. Do you want to be like, you know, I don't care about my relationship with God, or you want to care about your relationship, with God? And that was embarrassing. Cause it's so funny, because it feels like my lips are dry. So the fact that was a thing is weird. Either you want to or you don't want to. And I feel like there's people who are so wishy-washy that it doesn't count, is what that feels like that's saying. It just feels like you're doing it, and it says it's done in vanity. So if you're doing it for show, it definitely does not count. Like, you shouldn't be doing that. It says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. So because when someone does evil, you don't automatically just get punished. With like once you sin, it's not guaranteed automatically that like right then and there something happens. Sometimes it could. I'm pretty sure that's the case. But I think this is referring to judgment. I think that because there's no immediate punishment to let humans, us, know this is not okay to do, that we automatically just continuously do evil. Because given there's a part of us that know that things are wrong, but there's also a part that it just seems like as humans we also don't know what we're doing is wrong. Because like, given, think about it, if we all knew for certain, like if everyone on this earth knew for certain who Jesus was, like if he was in the flesh right now with us and we knew everything that this Bible states already, and we wanted that connection and who we were, we probably wouldn't, at least maybe more of us probably wouldn't do the things that we were doing if we knew exactly what was right from wrong. So when you remember that movie, if anybody's seen it, I think it's Passion of the Christ. If you've ever seen the movie, like the part where Jesus is on the cross and he looks up and he's like, forgive them, Father, they know not what they do. I think that genuinely does have some truth to it. Like, we might know right from wrong, but I feel like there's a part of us that also doesn't know right from wrong. Like, there's so many things that we are probably and likely oblivious to. Like, for me, even, like, as an example, I've done something in my past, was miserable about something, was sad about something, wanted it to go away, didn't understand things. And then later down the line, I found out information about the thing that I was doing and didn't know that in the Bible, it was something that's just, like, against God. And then I would think I didn't even know that, like, I'm doing this thing that I didn't even know I shouldn't be doing, you know? Because, like, in the moment, I'm just, like, I didn't think nothing of it. It was just a natural lifestyle thing. It's something that I'm doing. It's a part that I just, like, at some point became who I was in that moment and had no clue. This is not okay. This is something you probably should stop doing. Get out of. And, like, you know, so that's kind of what I think about when I think of this verse. It's verse 11, when it says, like, men's fully set in them to do evil, like, we're set to do evil. Because there's, like, you know, if he would have told me instantly right then and there, this is XYZ, da da da, and if I would have known that, I probably wouldn't have, you know. So that's what I think. It's just like, it gives, like, yeah, the men are gonna do evil. There's no, like, direct, instant consequence to let you know, hey, don't do that, until you figure out that you shouldn't be doing that. But how long will it take for a person to figure out it's something they should or shouldn't be doing? If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. So, though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear God, which fear before him. So back to that, I pink highlighted that. That's what I feel like, you know, you may mess up a bunch of times, but you'll be okay. Not because you don't deserve punishment, but because you failed 100 times, but in those 100 times you still tried to search for God, be with God, you feared and respected God. But in the next verse, but it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as the shadow, because he feareth not before God. So if you don't care about that relationship, if you are purposely intently doing wicked, it's not going to be okay for you. Neither shall he prolong his days, which means you're not going to live that long, which are as a shadow, something dark and behind. It's a shadow. A shadow is the dark thing behind you that follows you everywhere you go, right? That kind of makes me think neither shall he prolong his days. You can't make your life longer. And it's now something that kind of like follows you, the darkness that follows you for like the rest of your life that you do have. There's a vanity which is done upon the earth, that there be just men unto whom it happens according to the work of the wicked again. There be wicked men, and whom it happens according to the work of the righteous. I said that this also is vanity. To me, I thought that was saying that whether you're wicked or not, whether you're righteous or not, you'll still see, things happening to both people, and both do things that they're not supposed to do. You'll see people that you feel like aren't good people have good things happen to them. You'll see people that you feel like are good people have bad things happen to them. It happens. But it says that this is also vanity. That part I'm not sure about. I don't know. Then I commanded myrrh, because a man hath no better thing under the sun than to eat and to drink and to be merry, for that shall abide with him above his labor days of his life, which God giveth him under the sun. I've read that a bunch of times, and every time I read that, it just reminds me that you ain't got nothing else to do on this earth. You just need to be happy that you have a life, okay? None of this stuff. And literally in the past few other chapters, it says that basically everything you do on earth, it doesn't really matter. You're gonna die at some point anyway, and none of that stuff will matter the moment you die. At the same time, everything you do on earth matters, because when you die, you'll be judged for the things that you do. When I say things don't matter, what the Bible would seem like it was interpreting is that, I don't know if you have family members. I grew up from a family of money. You can't take it with you. All the stuff that you have, you can't take it with you. So saving all money to not use, can't take it with you. If you're gonna do it, make something useful, valuable from it. You could be buried with your money, you could be buried with your treasures, you could be buried with things that you care about, but it's still not going with you. So keep that in mind. The gift, I think, that God gives you, life, and the fact that you enjoy the things that you're doing in life, because at the end of the day, when you die, you can no longer do those things again. You will have no recollection of those things. It's over with. This tea is probably, I thought there was nothing in here, but apparently there was. I'm gonna just toss that out when I get done with this. But No better thing under the sun than to eat and to drink and to be merry. Eat things, drink things, be happy. That is a lifestyle I think God probably wanted for us. Not to be working labor. Not to be sad, depressed, having anxiety, all this other extraness. Literally just enjoying the things around you. Dang, we all messed that up. That's kind of heartbreaking. Because, man, oh man, I would love to just sit and do nothing. And then again, it says, when I applied my heart to know wisdom and to see business that is done upon the earth, for also, it's in parentheses, for also there is that neither day nor night sees sleep with his eyes. Whatever that means. I think that's why I stopped, because I wasn't sure what that meant. The parenthesis says, but when I applied my heart to know wisdom and to see business that is done upon the earth. Then I beheld all the work of God, that a man cannot find out the work that is done under the sun. Because though a man labor to seek it out, yet he shall not find it. Yea, further, though a wise man think to know it, yet shall he not be able to find it. That always tongue twists me. Do they mean just trying to... I'm not sure. And I guess this now is a question. Does it mean, like, when people look for explanations of things that they won't find because it's clearly just God doing all these things? But that's the passage of chapter 8. And, like, the subtitle, whatever, from the above the number 8, it says enjoy life. So the message of this chapter is to enjoy life. But it didn't give the modern day enjoy life, which is probably what might confuse some of us today. It's like, enjoy life, but kind of like with, like, not necessarily limitations, but like, just, I guess, like, helpful hints is what I'm gonna call that. Like, enjoy life. You should be doing anything but eating, drinking, and enjoying the fact that you are alive. Even though the things that are around you are occurring, like, wicked seeming like they have prolonged days when they don't. You seeming like you might have shortened days when you don't, or even if you do, knowing that it's fine. And then just keeping in mind throughout all of this your faith, and keeping in mind your values and what relationship with God you want to have, and always keep that in the back of your mind. Not even in the back, the forefront of your mind. Forget the back. So, yeah, I think that's my TED Talk, because I had the smallest thought to talk about it. Even though I also read chapter 11. I'm going to just stop, because I don't know what time it is. It's about to be 11, so I gotta go do a couple of things, including, where else was tea? Oh my goodness. So yeah. And attend to my annoying cat, because you're pissing me off. Don't touch me. No. Because what do we talk about? What do we talk about your tone? Don't try to rub on me. What do we talk about your tone? Exactly. To lower your tone. It's not that serious. No, do not touch me. This is not that. Not today. I don't care. I'm not trying to hear it. Go. I think I have some more smoothie that I made the other day. I'm gonna eat that for breakfast. I'm gonna set you right here. I'm gonna put this out in the toilet. Oh, that's gross. Okay. not clean. That's like old tea. That's nasty. Okay. I didn't know there was still tea in there. I thought it was empty. I thought I drunk it all. And every time I gulped it, nothing came out. Make it make sense. Okay, I'll wash this cup. You're not finna rush me. Speaking of tea, though, some tea would be nice right now. I need to put on some pants. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end that here. I don't know where my shorts are. I literally had on shorts. Where are my shorts? Come on now. Shortsies, where are you? Here you are. Probably gonna make, since it's still recording and I haven't stopped the video yet, I don't know why, I'm probably gonna make a series of my non-existent love life, just to vent, because baby girl, your girl is gonna be single for these Valentine's Day. I was also single for last Valentine's Day. I don't know why that's like that. It's not really even a surprise. But the tea that I have, the stuff that I tell my friends that's going on in my love life, I should be making YouTube videos. Tea. Oh my goodness. Actually, I think I will. Just for fun though, like giggles. Taps and giggles. So yeah. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heart. Ain't nothing but Frankie, you are not finna yell at me. Okay, let's see if we made smoothies. Yeah, okay, that's what we're gonna have for breakfast. Leftover smoothie is what we're having for breakfast because, baby, I did make a wrap though. Can I eat that? I'll probably eat that. I'll eat that. Let's see if we can eat that. Okay, boom. Leftover smoothie. Secured. I made a chicken wrap the other day. Let's see if that is acceptable to eat. Someone is shoveling outside the door. Ooh. I'm gonna keep recording. Because it sounds like someone's outside the house. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck it is. Oh, it's my mom. That's fucking scary. And then you look at the peep thing and someone's just right there. That's scary. Guys, I just looked up and it's just a body right there. And I'm like, who is this? It's this mom. Oh, it's so funny because I was stuck on our room. And if I would have known she wasn't in there. Much better. Okay, false alarm. See you guys.